2 fiscal years, no audit. What's really going on in Dalton? Hey, y'all. It's your boy Celeb News Asterisk. Before we get into it, make sure to hit that like, subscribe, and drop your thoughts in the comments because this one is wild. So let's break this down. We're talking about the village of Dalton, Illinois, and their refusal to submit to a financial audit for 2 whole fiscal years. Yeah, you read that right. The Illinois Comptroller's Office says they haven't received any financial reports or audits from Dalton for 2022 and 2023. And honestly, it wouldn't be surprising if 2024 didn't show up either. This situation, it's not normal. Typically, municipalities submit regular financial documents to the state so taxpayer dollars can be accounted for. But Dalton, they just stopped complying altogether. No reports, no updates, no communication. Just straight up ghosting the state. And this all started after Mayor Tiffany Henyard took office. A representative from the Illinois Comptroller's Office, Abden Palish, said that if a municipality continues refusing to file, it would trigger a forced audit. That means the state will send people in to review the books directly. Sounds serious, right? But here's the thing. Did that forced audit ever actually happen? Let's rewind. When CBS Chicago sent a Freedom of Information Act request for Dalton financials, they got a simple but alarming response. We haven't received anything. That raised eyebrows. The state noted that Dalton wasn't just delaying, they were flat out refusing. So, if the state said a forced audit would begin, did they follow through? Honestly, it doesn't look like it. There's been no public confirmation that auditors went in, and now they brought in former Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot to investigate the village's finances. That suggests the state might not have taken full action, or if they did, they didn't get very far, which makes that forced audit talk feel more like an empty threat. And let's talk about Mayor Tiffany Henyard's strategy. Word is, she doesn't put her own name on much. Instead, she hands out credit cards to department heads. That way, when expenses pop up, it looks like someone else made the purchase, but when the audit eventually happens, and it will, they're going to track the money. Every swipe, every transaction, every item. And here's what happens during an audit. They don't just glance at numbers. They dig deep. You need to show receipts, invoices, proof. Let's say you reported a purchase of equipment. Well, they'll want to know what was bought, who authorized it, where is it now. If you don't have that documentation, it's a serious problem. And that's where Tiffany could find herself in real trouble. If these expenses can't be accounted for, or if they're traced back to her even though someone else made the transaction, it won't matter whose name was on the card. The trail leads to her. This is where it starts to sound like a Wesley Snipes situation. Y'all remember when he got into that tax evasion mess? It's giving those same vibes. We're talking potential criminal charges if it's proven that public funds were misused or misappropriated. Let's not forget, this is taxpayer money. These aren't private accounts. This is money meant to serve the people of Dalton. Fix roads, fund schools, keep the lights on at City Hall. And if no one knows where that money went for multiple years, that's a red flag bigger than a stop sign. The real concern is what happens next. If Lori Lightfoot and other outside investigators are now stepping in, it means someone has to clean this up. But will the findings become public? Will anyone be held accountable? Or will it get buried under politics and red tape? Only time will tell. But what's clear right now is this. Dalton's leadership has some serious explaining to do, and the people deserve transparency. At the very least, an audit should have been completed by now, and if they keep dodging it, we could be looking at state intervention, lawsuits, or even criminal charges. So the big questions still stand. Asterisk, did the state ever follow through with a forced audit? Asterisk, what did or didn't they find? Asterisk, and how deep does this rabbit hole go? We'll keep watching. Until then, asterisk, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, asterisk. I'll be keeping tabs on this situation because something is definitely not adding up in Dalton's vanishing dollars. The audit that never happened and why Tiffany might be in trouble. Asterisk, Snipes went to jail. And at this rate, Tiffany just might follow. Honestly, now that I look at her, she even kind of favors him a little bit. Wild. So let's get into what's really going down in Dalton, Illinois, and why people are calling it one of the most outrageous municipal money mysteries in recent state history. The state is cutting off Dalton's offset payments. Those are funds that usually come from things like state income tax refunds or lottery winnings. If you owe your local government money, the state typically withholds it from your check and sends it to the town. Well, for Dalton, that's about $$135,000 now getting blocked because the village refuses to submit required financial audits. Now, Dalton's not alone in being late with audits. Municipal delays happen. But here's the kicker. Dalton is the only town in the entire state of Illinois that has flat out refused to even communicate with the Illinois Comptroller's office. Let that sink in. David Gonzalez, the mayor of Chicago Heights, is also a certified public accountant who performs over 75 municipal audits annually across the state. According to him, an audit is a clear picture of the books. It's not political, it's just numbers. It's not emotional, it's factual. An audit shows where the money came from, where it went, who signed for what, and who's responsible. He even said it plainly. Any mayor can go out and say, our finances are great. We're doing excellent. We've turned the deficit around. But if there's no paperwork to back it up, that's just a story. That's exactly what Tiffany has been doing. All smoke and mirrors. She's been out here telling people, we up, we all the way up, like it's a Fat Joe anthem. But then when folks ask, okay, can we see some numbers? Maybe a spreadsheet? Any receipts? She's just like, nah, mind your business. You don't need to see all that. That's not how government works. The thing is, now she's no longer the mayor. She doesn't have the title. She doesn't have the protection. She doesn't have the pull. She's out of office. And when those records finally get dug through, she's going to be sitting in one of those little interview rooms with the black background and the spotlight on her face. You know what I mean. And when they take her to court, asterisk, if asterisk, they take her to court, that's the moment all of this is going to come back. And let me tell you, I hope they film it. I hope they broadcast it live. Because this isn't just drama, it's public accountability. Now, let's remember, audits are legally required, not optional. A source close to the Dalton investigation even pointed the finger back at the comptroller's office, saying they were negligent too, because they didn't even start trying to reach out to Dalton until it had already been 2 years of silence. So wait, 2022's audit was missing. They didn't follow up in 2023. Then here comes 2024, and nothing again. That's 3 years of taxpayer money just floating in the wind with no one checking. No urgency, just crickets. And what does that do? It emboldens someone like Tiffany. That lack of oversight made her think, they're not even checking. They don't care. I've been here for years as a trustee, and not once did a controller show up. And she ran with that. She really did. Now, if you want to blame her, fine. I do, because at the end of the day, this was her watch, her administration, her decisions. But also let's not ignore how the system failed too. This is exactly why oversight exists. You don't just react after 3 years. You stay on it every year. CBS News followed up with a public records request and got back the same response we've all heard. No financial documents have been received from Dalton for 2022 or 2023. And let's be real, 2024 is probably no different. I also noticed something strange in the video. There was a woman who looked super familiar, like she was the same one who did that radio interview with Tiffany a while back. And if I'm not mistaken, the people in that scene, those might be Tiffany's friends, maybe even her family. Her sister, possibly. Her parents, maybe. I mean, look how close-knit that circle is. Clearly, before Kamal officially became the boyfriend, the lies around that situation were a whole other story. Tiffany claimed just 6 months ago that Kamal had been trying to get divorced for 4 years. Sis, make it make sense. And what was she wearing? That looked like one of her old church dresses, straight from her mama's closet. Her mama even had the same style on. Like, yeah, asterisk, she gets it from her mama, asterisk. I'm guessing her dad probably got that purse for both of them to avoid jealousy, because clearly this is a family that plays together and maybe pays together too. Back to the audit. So here we are, 3 fiscal years, and no one has examined the tax dollars coming or going. Abden Palish in the comptroller's office said, if they continue failing to file the documents, we'll commence the forced audit process. Except that never happened. No auditors showed up. No court filings. No grand reveal. Nothing. Why? Probably because Tiffany's already out of office, and folks are just happy she's gone. Maybe they're thinking, she left. Let's not stir the pot. She might circle back if we kick up dust. But no, we need more than just relief. We need accountability. Where's the federal oversight? Where's the FBI? Somebody needs to follow the money trail, because her entire crew, all those department heads running around with village credit cards. Yeah, they were spending, but the purchases were allegedly for her. She didn't want her name on the card. That's called deflection. That's called hiding the hands that move the money. We need this audit. For real this time. And another thing. Has anyone noticed a sign in front of Dalton Village Hall? It says, Village of Dalton, Lenoy. Yes, asterisk, asterisk, Lenoy, asterisk, asterisk. Not Illinois. It's missing letters. Missing identity. Like the town itself is trying to disappear. Right along with the money. I've looked at that sign before and never caught it. But now it feels symbolic. This is unfinished business, and the comptroller needs to stop dragging its feet. Where's the money? This includes lottery funds, by the way. And if someone won the lottery and didn't get their money because Dalton is hoarding or mismanaging offset payments, oh, I'd be furious. Do you know how rare it is to win the lottery? That's a miracle. You can't just steal people's miracles. But that's what it's looking like. Allegedly. And let me tell you, if that's what's going on, that's beyond petty theft. That's robbing people of their once-in-a-lifetime blessing. Bottom line, it's not about whether Tiffany is still in office. It's not even about whether she looks like Wesley Snipes or not. It's about transparency, legality, and accountability. 3 years. No audits. No explanations. No justice. And we're supposed to just move on? Nah. Comptroller's office. We're going to need you to do that audit you said you'd do. The forced one. Remember? Follow through. Send the people in. Run those books. Because the people of Dalton and, honestly, the rest of Illinois, asterisk, asterisk, deserve to know what happened, asterisk, asterisk. And if it ends in a little blacked-out interrogation room with Tiffany in the spotlight, so be it.